All right, folks, it looks like we are just about ready to start. Couple reminders before the racing action starts. Once it does start, barring any injuries, it's not going to stop. Pay attention to the yellow printed race schedule. We're kicking off with our minis who are coming up to the line now on a freshly groomed course. On the 50s class, we're looking for 00 G. Williams to the line, please. 00 G. Williams to the line. All right, folks, as we get started, we are going to be beginning our day here at the Sawdust Pit, round number 3, with our 5 to 7-year-olds. On the line should be the 00 Gibson Williams, number 4 Jubilee Hanks, Bentley Lank, Grace Spooner, James Burke, Sailor Smith, Wilder Allen, Roman Allen, Beckett Niemer, Parker Willie, and Wyatt Reck. Okay, and I'm now being told we're splitting out 4-stroke and 2-stroke. This is news to me. I only have one sheet, so I guess we'll figure out who's actually out there once they start running. All right, folks, we are just getting ready to get underway here at the Sawdust Pit. On the line, we have our 5 to 7-year-olds. It's the 4-strokes, Bentley Niemer, Jubilee Hanks, Wyatt Reck, Parker Willie, Grace Spooner, Wilder Allen, and James Burke.
I'll mark it and then I'll split them out. Okay.
All right, it sound. That's not supposed to do that. All right, it. There we go. All right, it sounds like we are ready to start. And yeah, that happens with the minis sometimes. So our 5 to 7 year olds, this first heat is on the mini track. We had a couple who decided they're going to do the full track, but you know what? That's okay. I like the spirit. And it sounds like we're going to be restarting our race.
And here is where we heard Cap.
We do. If this is your first race, I promise it gets better. We do know what we're doing. It's just the first couple races. It's like herding cats. All right, ladies, are we ready to direct them around the corner this time, Kayla? Yeah? Okay. Kayla's the official Buddy Collins photographer for this morning. I told Buddy, if you've been following the North Star page, Buddy is killing it with that Nikon. You think he's been taking photos like that for a very long time. He's very good at it lately. All right, we're ready to go. Timing is all set. Gibson Williams, Grace Spooner, James Burke, Wilder Allen, Beckett Niemer, Parker Willie, and Wyatt Reck on the mini track. There we go. That is kind of confusing. All right, our minis 5 to 7 are on course. This is and your current results after the second lap. Wyatt Reck in first place, Parker Willie in second, Beckett Niemer in third, followed by Wilder Allen, James Burke, and Gibson Williams. Grace Spooner pulling seventh place. Wyatt Reck again over the line, still leading the pack. We are 3 laps into this 4-lap moto, and the white flag is out. It looks like Wyatt Reck. And there goes Wyatt Reck over the finish line. Nope. There we go. Wyatt's up over the line, rounding out first place in the first heat Coming over the line now, getting third place, it's going to be Beckett Niemer, followed by James Burke in fourth, Wilder Island in fifth, Gibson Williams in sixth, Parker Willies in second, and Grace Spooner in seventh. Next on the line, we're going to be doing our 5 to 7 year olds, two strokes. On the line, Jubilee Hanks, Bentley Length, Roman Allen, and a very special birthday boy, Sailor Smith. Sailor's out there with his brand new pink goggles he showed me yesterday. He still had them in the box in bright green. I don't know. Do we want to have that debate? Tennis ball green or tennis ball yellow? I don't know. I'm not going there today.
It's also Miller. Miller Moore. It's Mark's son's birthday too.
Is that?
He's two.
Oh my God. All right. All right, we're just waiting on timing. We had to separate out the 2-stroke and 4-stroke for these last couple races. And it looks like timing's ready to go. The green flag is off. And our racers are on the mini course for the 2-stroke 5 to 7 year olds. Sailor Smith, the birthday boy, leading the pack as they come around.
Ali.
Sailor's in first, followed by Roman Allen in second. Then we have Jubilee Hanks in third, Bentley Lank in fourth. Sailor is ripping it. All right, 3 laps down. Sailor is approaching the finish line. Going to be getting the finish flag as he takes home first place on his birthday. Sailor followed by our second place finisher, Bentley Lank, just getting ahead of Roman Allen. Roman finishes third and Jubilee Hanks finishing fourth. We now remove the cones as we move to our 5 to 8 year olds. This is a full track race. We're going to be full track for the rest of the morning. It's a 4-lap race here at the Sawdust pit.
I think but this will be the culture. So honestly, I think she would like.
Our next class has 19 entries. Coming to the line now should be Aiden Thompson, Jubilee Hanks, Bentley Lank, Rhett Karen, Weldon Chandler, Blake Brooker, James Burke, Sailor Smith, Wilder Allen, Roman Allen, Gladys Chandler, Kay Johnson, Hallie Briggs, Simon Collins, Eli St. Peter, Thane McKellen, Wyatt Reck, Harmon Wright, and Remington Sukforth. Again, on the line now, it's one of our biggest classes, the 5 to 8-year-old, two-stroke and electric. Racers, as you line up, remember helmets need to be buckled. Helmets and chest protectors on. Looks like starting line is ready. And I'm hearing timing is ready. We are ready to go for our second race of the day. 19 entries. The flag is out. It's up. And they're off. And it looks like we have a couple racers down here in the first corner. That is a big heat to start all at once. If anybody watched the SMX racing last week, I think it was Jet Lawrence got pushed all the way off the course. Our competitors making quick work of the course. I'll get you some standings just as soon as they come across the line. Here at North Star, we use a transponder timing system. Okay, see that last corner before the finish line? That is going to get tight as we go throughout the day. There's a lot of sawdust there. It tends to pile up. My Apple Watch is ringing. All right, leading the pack. It looks like we have Sailor Smith and Remington Sukforth. Remington getting ahead of Sailor, though. Kay Johnson behind them on the 101, and then Simon Collins on the 121. Hi. At some point, I'd like to get. Aiden Thompson in 5th place. Roman Allen in 6th. In 7th, forgive me, I think it's Carmen Wright. It's hard to see this little text. Bentley Lank in 8th. Rhett Karen in 9th. Eli St. Peter in 10th. Reminder, if you're following along at home, we do have our live stream for this morning. We have a morning session and an afternoon session. We're testing a couple new graphics today. So hopefully if you hear me at home, you like them. If you do, you can comment on the YouTube video. Looks like we do have someone down in the first corner. We need to get results. All right, we are 2 laps into it. Remington, Sukeforth, and Sailor Smith. All right, your leaders coming back around, getting the white flag as they come over the finish berm. Remington, Sukeforth making quick work of the course. He's coming through that back right crowd side turn. He's here in red on the crowd side jump now. Remington. Oh, a little squirrely there. Followed by Sailor Smith in the bright green. And it looks like Kay Johnson ahead of him. Again, the white flag is out. That means our last lap is underway. Remington's coming through that backside section through the last turn. Again, watch that inside curve. See how a lot of them are taking that outside. That inside of that last turn is always really soft, and it's a great spot to bury a tire. And you can circle your winner over the line with the finish flag. Remington, Sukeforth, followed by Kay Johnson in second. And Sailor Smith here in the green, the birthday boy, once again, going to get a podium with a third place finish. Simon Collins finishes fourth place, followed by Aiden Thompson in fifth. Next up, we have our women open class. I want to say a very special welcome to my friend Megan Leach. She's here on the crowd side. Her husband, TJ Leach, is one of our pro racers with the snowmobile circuit. TJ is an Articat team racer. And if you are an Articat fan and you watch the Articat unveiling of their snowmobiles, TJ's featured very heavily in that video. I'm making you blush. TJ is gonna come up here later too and relieve me. He also runs a podcast, the Why Re-Ride podcast. If you aren't sick of listening to me talk today, you can go listen to my interview there from a couple of weeks ago. I think we've had just about everybody on. Dan's been on there. Buddy's been on there. Wyatt, Keegan, Olivia Edgecombe. We need 2 kids. I think we just sent 2 people down there, Dan. Okay. Well, folks, again on the line, it's our women's open. We have Cassidy Rafford, Chevelle Burby, Megan Leach, Savannah Pelletier, Lainey Boyles, Olivia Edgecombe, and Joy Cropley.
It's a scratch. It's going to be Joy's scratch.
All right, and it sounds like Joy Cropley's going to be a scratch. We are just waiting on timing to clear and certify those 19 race results. Something spilled over here. Right, we just got the okay from timing. The green flag going up. Looking for the head shake, and they're off. Olivia Edgecombe with the whole shot. On course, Olivia Edgecombe leading the pack. Getting the whole shot off the line. Olivia followed by Cassidy Rafford. Behind Cassidy, we have Chevelle Burby. Savannah Pelletier. And Lainey Boyles. Chevelle making her way crowd side. Behind her on the crowd side berm, Savvy P. On the 3-2-1. Savannah's dad also races. Joe Pelletier, you'll see him later. And Megan Leach crowd side. Olivia making very quick work of the track, already going to be completing her second lap. This is a 5-lap race. No major changes to the leaderboard now. Olivia getting hung up in lap traffic there as she laps Megan Leach. Olivia's dad, Dan the safety man, out on our finish berm there. Dan puts a lot of time and effort making sure that these races happen safely. He's our safety director for our snowmobile circuit. And we have a customized reflective vest for him, but I don't know. It might have ended up in my trailer somehow. Folks, lap time so far, 56 seconds is what we're looking at in this race. Fastest lap so far today. For our ATVs lining up on course, make sure you have your transponders mounted. Double check that you guys have your transponders, please. There you go, Niemer. Make sure your helmets are buckled. I really don't want to give anyone a penalty for that today, but I have been known to do it in the past. Olivia Edgecombe completing 4 laps. Cassidy Rafford completing 4 laps. Cassidy crowdside now on the 22 bike. The white flag is out as we begin to wrap up our women's open class. Olivia getting some traffic as she comes through the wooded section back there. She makes it around. through the last turn. On the straightaway, up and over the finish berm. And Via Edgecombe taking home first place in the Women's Open. Cassidy Rafford through the last corner. Through the straightaway and up over the finish line. Still on course, Chevelle Burby, Megan Leach, and Lainey Boyles. Savannah Pelletier, too. Savannah, though, over the line just now. She'll take home fourth place today. Lainey Boyles and Megan Leach getting the finish flag. They've both been lapped, only 4 laps. And that finishes out our women's open class. Jen,
Yep.
my only. All right, next up on the line, it's Youth ATV. Staged and ready, Quinn Mayhew, Beckett Niemer, Peyton Turner, Maverick Brown, Blake Brooker, Adeline Alexander, Addison Thompson, Savannah Pelletier, Wyatt Reck, and Carter Wilcox. 10 entries. We have a green light from timing, and now we're just waiting for flag. The flag is out, and it looks like we're ready to go. Flag is up. Oh, no, not quite. All right, guys, they're going to look at you. Look at the flag. She's going to come across. Give her a little nod. And there you go. Little bit of bumper cars there in the first corner. And the crowd will be happy to know for the first time we are using transponders on our youth ATVs. So I'll be able to coherently give you race results. Your race results, Maverick Brown leading the pack, followed by Addison Thompson. Then it's Wyatt Reck in third, Carter Wilcox in fourth, Savannah Pelletier in fifth.
Daddy. Daddy?
The leader standings, Maverick Brown still leading the pack, followed by Addison Thompson, Wyatt Reck in third. Carter Wilcox in fourth, and Savannah Pelletier in fifth. Addison and Wyatt, Carter. Now Savannah. Folks, forgive me, the finish flag. Here's your final standing. Maverick Brown finishing first, followed by Addison Thompson in second. Wyatt Reck in third. Carter Wilcox in fourth. Savannah Pelletier in fifth. And Beckett Niemer in sixth. Next on the line, it's our 7 and 9-year-old Charles Hanks, Tyson Tebow, Benson Zetterman, Riker Smith, Parker Brooker, Lincoln Clark, Brock Bailey, Olivia Walker, Preston McCarthy, and Lincoln Wilcox. And we're going to reset them. Flaggers, direct them back. We're going to reset the race. Flaggers, direct them back to the start, please. So go ahead and get your red flags out if you need them to direct them back to the start. And as you can see, we had a false start. We're going to reset the race. This does happen with some of our younger, more eager racers. I will have you know, one of the biggest developments in the Sawdust pit all summer, we're having a light tree built. So we'll be going to a light system, which will trigger from yellow to green. It won't be like a drag race system where you get the yellow, yellow, green. It'll just be a series of flashing lights that go from yellow to steady, or flashing yellow to steady to green. So again, Dan Edgecombe and Blake McCarthy from MCR are working on that solution for us. So thank you to them. All right, that's how a start should look. All right, coming around, we're going to get you some standings here. Preston McCarthy leading the pack, followed by Brock Bailey, Lincoln Clark, and Riker Smith. Tyson Tebow in fifth. We can walk off. So look, I've got a tracking, auto tracking. Coming back towards the finish line, Preston McCarthy. Quick work of the course, 54-second lap time, followed by Brock Bailey. Lincoln Clark in third, Preston crowdside, then Brock. And now Lincoln Clark crowdside. Tyson Tebow on the crowdside berm on the 07, followed by Riker Smith on the 19. Preston McCarthy again completing his third lap. White flag is out. Your leader, Preston McCarthy, sliding through the last corner. And that's going to be a finish. We got someone hurt in the corner.
No idea.
I think we're gonna. All right, folks, and the race is finishing out. You're standing. Preston McCarthy finishes first, followed by Brock Bailey in second, Lincoln Clark in third. We do have a racer down in the back corner, so we are going to be holding until that racer clears out. All right, and like I said, we're just clearing that racer off. Sometimes if you fall, you don't get an ambulance ride, but you do get a ranger ride to get off the course. Lined up and ready to go, though, we have our 5 to 9-year-olds, two-stroke and electric. Aiden Thompson, Rhett Karen, Blake Brooker, Sailor Smith, Wilder Allen, Roman Allen, Cade Johnson, Hallie Briggs, Simon Collins, Eli St. Peter, and Wyatt Reck. All right, we are just waiting for that golf cart in the right corner to clear, and then we are ready to go. And it looks like we're going. The flag is up. There's the nod, and they're off. All right, coming across the line, leading the pack, Remington Sukforth once again. Remington followed by Wyatt Reck and Sailor Smith. Kate Johnson in fourth. Your leader, Remington, coming back through the final turn. Over the line for his second lap. It sounds like we have another yellow flag. Sailor Smith going down. The birthday boy already winning 2 races. On course, Remington Sukforth still in the lead, followed by Kay Johnson and then Wyatt Reck. Oh, and Remington going down on the backside. That's going to put Kay Johnson in the lead.
Man, he's still down. I'm watching him. Man, he's still not up. He's just playing here in the back. Cleveland's not gonna be Cleveland's. Let's go for them, man. Go, go, go.
JD Hummel. You have a little one down in the bottom right corner. Well, folks, while our team deals with that, your final race standing, Aiden Thompson finished first, followed by Wyatt Reck and Kay Johnson in third. All right, here's our little one. Give him a round of applause as he comes by. That's never fun going down on course. That back corner, you guys can't really see it from where you're at. We can really only see it on the drone, and that's the only way I saw that he went down. And then our course spotter called. Track is clear. Timing's ready. We'll give the line a minute to get spooled back up. On those race results from that last race that just ran, which are being posted now, we did have a manual entry that had to be made. It sounds like one of our racers passed on a yellow flag, 2 of them. And so that has been adjusted and should reflect correctly on the printed results. With that being said, we are ready to roll with our next race. It's the 9 to 11-year-old 85cc. This is a 5-lap race. On the line should be Colton Smith, Maxwell Overlock, Brantley Niemer, Jackson Taggett, Mac McClellan, Preston McCarthy, and Landon Boyles. We have starting line ready. Timing is ready, and we are good to go. The flag goes up, and they're off. Landon Boyles getting the whole shot with the bright yellow, the 526. All right, our racers making quick work of this course. In the lead, though, Maxwell Overlock, followed by Preston McCarthy and Landon Boyles. Max Overlock still leading the pack, followed by Jackson Taggett crowd side now, then Preston McCarthy, then Landon Boyles. Mac McClellan in 5th, Brantley Niemer in 7th. No idea what happened to 6th. Max Overlock again. Over the line. 3 laps complete. It's going to be a 5-lap race. Max Overlock getting the white flag, absolutely destroying that course out there. Next closest competitor, Jackson Taggett, over the line now. Looks like Landon Boyles is still behind Preston McCarthy. Preston was just behind that berm. I thought he had gotten ahead of him. Preston crowd side on the 424. Landon Boyles. Max Overlock comes out of the wooded section. Look at the air through that last straight. Up over the berm. Through the final turn. Absolutely digging. Hard on the throttle. And that's the finish. Very clean run from Max Overlock. 51-second lap time. Jackson Taggett through the final turn now. Again, taking it wide on the throttle. Preston McCarthy. Landon Boyles trying to get ahead of Preston McCarthy in that final turn, but just couldn't quite do it. Preston third, Landon fourth. That wind's starting to pick up, and it is getting dusty here at the Sawdust pit. As this race rounds out, Mac McClellan finishing fifth, Brantley Niemer in sixth. And it looks like Colton Smith going to be finishing seventh. On the line, it's our junior trail class. We should have Colton Smith, Max Overlock, Riker Smith, Max Giberson, Graydon Burby, Brantley Niemer, Jackson Sullivan, Bo Thompson, James Collins, Jace Willett, Savannah Pelletier, and Ross Sukforth. And it sounds like timing is ready. We're just waiting on our lineup. In this class, we have 12 entries today. It's our junior trail. The flag is going out. It's up. That's the nod. Oh, great heavens. This is why we're going to go to a light system. It's, by the way, it's not Alicia, but when you're that jazzed up, ready to go, I can understand. There it is. That's the flag. It's up. And they're off. Looks like James Collins getting around that corner first. We'll see if they shake out clean in that first corner when they go down. It's typically right there. No, and we are a clean start. James leading the pack on the e-bike. James Collins coming across the line. Followed by Bo Thompson and then Colton Smith. Colton on the 12 and Jace Willett on the 207. This is going to be a close battle for those podium finishes. Max Overlock in fifth, Brantley Niemer sixth, and Max Giberson 7. James Collins still leading the pack. This is going to be a battle for the second and third place position. It looks like Bo Thompson, Colton, and Jace duking it out. Again, we have a battle for third here. Jace Willett, Colton Smith, dropping back into fourth. Jace getting around him. We are 2 laps into this race. This is going to be a 5-lap race. After this, it's our veterans. Veterans, you got to be 35 years or older to race. It does come with a free bottle of Advil with every registration for the veterans class. Advil, sponsored by your local Rite Aid or Walgreens. It's Walgreens now. James Collins still leading the pack, already lapping Savannah Pelletier out there. Bo Thompson, Jace Willett, and Colton Smith. Jace putting a little bit more distance between him and Colton. Looks like at this point, absent any errors from Jace, he might be able to get on the podium in that 3rd place position. We're 3 laps down. White flag going to be coming out on this next one for our leader. James Collins III. And here it is. The white flag goes out for James as he enters his last lap. Veterans now making their way out on the course to line up. Huh? It's running out of battery. It's fine. Yeah, but we'll finish out this race. Yeah, we'll grab the other one. James Collins, the leader, headed into the wooded section. No changes otherwise. Yeah. Play radio. Do you want one? James through the final section, doesn't bury it in that corner, but gets close. Hard on the throttle, up over the berm, and that's the finish. It looks like Bo Thompson behind James going to be taking home. Oh no. What happened to Bo? Jace Willett on the 207 moves up into 2nd place. And it looks like that's going to put Colton Smith in 3rd. Brantley Niemer finishes 4th. All right, you want to do a hot swap? Buddy Collins. Buddy Collins to the line, please. Buddy's not running it. On the line, we have Tom Smith, turning 42 years old tomorrow. Blake McCarthy, TJ Leach on the 102, Eric St. Peter, and Joe Pelletier. These are our veterans. Race number 9. Going to be racing 5 laps. Oh. What is this? What is that? Okay. Our fearless leader, but he's not running. He's going in the trail class. Let's go. Round him up. Flag is up. And off. In the lead with the massive stroke, Tom Smith, followed by Blake McCarthy, Joe Pelletier, Eric St. Peter, and TJ Leach. I asked Tom last night how long he's been riding dirt bikes, and he said for 38 years. So if I went to Presque Isle High School, but if I did the math correct, that means since he was 4 years old. It definitely shows when he's out there. Tom's also a hell of a snowmobiler. Stamina, well, sometimes he falls back as the race goes on in the 100-miler. Tom still leading the pack. Blake McCarthy just behind him. We'll see if Tom can hold on to that line. Joe and Eric battling it out for third. Eric trying to take a weird wide corner there. Eric is just on the inside of Joe now. And he does it. He gets around him. Out of the wooded section, Tom Smith. Blake McCarthy falling back just a little bit. Eric St. Peter getting more of a lead on Joe Pelletier. We're already 2 laps down. They're going to be completing their third in this 5-lap race. When you go this fast, it goes by short. 46-second lap times, fastest we've seen today. TJ Leach is crowd side. Articat racer extraordinaire. Woo! A little bit of fireworks. Eric solidified that lead against Joe. Now Eric's going for Blake McCarthy on that backside. Is he going to do it? Yeah, oh boys. We'll see who actually wants to go to work tomorrow or Monday and who doesn't. There we go. Eric gets around Blake. I don't think he can close the gap to Tom, but he might. Tom gets the white flag as they enter into the last lap. What's up with the lineup right now?
The question.
Tom Smith looking back.
You said he was turning 32.
42. Oh, did I say 32? Tom's turning 42.
What's the question you want? Wait, aren't we? Oh.
No. Out of the wooded section through the final straightaway. T. Smith logging. On the air. I almost just said on the Articat. I'm too used to snowmobiles. Tom Smith gets it through. Followed very closely by Eric St. Peter And Joe Pelletier getting around Blake McCarthy in the last turn. Blake takes home fourth. TJ Leach has been lapped, but he will still finish fifth. That finishes our veteran class here at the Sawdust Pit. Next in, it's our 7 to 12-year-olds.
What? Or is it this class or the? Yeah.
All right, folks, on the line, it's our 7 to 12-year-olds, Graydon Williams, Charles Hanks, Tyson Tebow, Gavin Cavaniero, Benson, Riker Smith, Parker Brooker, Lincoln Clark, Brock Bay, Olivia Walker, Preston McCarthy, Landon Boyles, Lincoln Wilcox, and Bryce Weymouth. Racers, just a reminder, you need to be on the line when we're ready to go. Flag is going up. They're off. Get you some updates as we come around through the finish line and I get a transponder read. In the lead, Preston McCarthy, followed by Lincoln Clark, Landon Boyles, and Riker Smith. Charles Hanks, Benson Zetterman, and Lincoln Wilcox. Changes to your leader in first place, Preston McCarthy, followed by Lincoln Clark. And it's Riker Smith. We have left to go. Underway, it's our 7 to 12-year-old 65cc. Preston McCarthy on the crowd side, absolutely putting on a clinic today. Lincoln Clark looks like struggling to get through that turn. Getting buried a little bit with those short tires. Lincoln's followed by Gavin Cavanero and Riker Smith on the crowd side. Uh-oh. We are 3 laps completed. Preston McCarthy, though, just completing his 4th lap. He has the white flag with 1 lap to go. Next up, it's our 250 amateur. They are eager and lining up. Preston McCarthy already back through the wooded section. Preston out of the woods through the final straightaway now. Through the last turn. On the throttle. And up over the line. Behind Preston, it's going to be Lincoln Clark. Lincoln is quite a way behind. Now coming through the final turn. Over the line, going to be finishing 2nd for Lincoln. And next in should be Riker Smith. Looks like we have a bite down. I believe. Your 3rd place, Brock Bailey, Riker Smith finishing 4th, Landon Boyles 5th. On the line, it's the 250 amateur. We're still waiting for a couple racers to clear off. On the line, Jackson Rafford, Owen Ratcliffe, Corbin Rafford, Wesley Overlock. I don't know why Buddy Collins is in here. TJ Leach, Owen Cropley, Jake Hummel, Hunter Amaro, Ben Amaro, Jerry Paul Damrose, Olivia Edgecombe, Grady Clark, and Sawyer Martin. Oh. Our 250s are out. We'll see if they all shake out clean through that back wooded section. Couple machines already down in that back left corner. Mitch is always down in that back left corner with the Ranger, providing coverage. Here we go with our leaderboard. Up over the line, leading the pack. Now coming crowd side, Wesley Overlock, followed very closely by Owen Ratcliffe, but Owen just getting past again. Hunter Amaro, Jackson Rafford, and Ben Amaro. As we go down the line, the racing gets a little bit faster. My Apple iWatch is buzzing here. Wesley Overlock on the number 18, completing his second lap. Owen Ratcliffe just behind him, and Hunter Amaro. Jackson Rafford on the 00, though, giving Hunter a run for his money. And it looks like Hunter holds on to that lead for now. Olivia Edgecombe in 9th place, TJ Leach in 10th. Megan, he's not in last. Oh, boys. I just lost timing. All right, so I just lost timing over here on my iPad, so we're going to do this the hard way. Wes Overlock still leading the pack. Owen Ratcliffe behind him. And it looks like Hunter Amaro. All right, and the white flag going out for our leaders. Wes Overlock. I lost my timing, so I got to run out there. All right, and I see a yellow flag in the back left corner. We are back in business with timing. Wes Overlock finishing first place, followed by Owen Ratcliffe, then Jackson Rafford, Hunter Amaro in 4th, Ben Amaro in 5th, Corbin Rafford in 6th, Jake Hummel in 7th. On the line now, it's our youth ATV. I should have Quinn Mayhew, Bella Brown, Maverick Brown, Parker Brooker, Adeline Alexander, Bryce Weymouth, Addison Thompson, and Carter Wilcox. Well, folks, sometimes even the announcer has to pee. On course, leading the pack last time they came over the finish line, Bryce Weymouth, followed by Bella Brown and Addison Thompson. Just a housekeeping note, if you guys are down on the track, you need to be behind the fence. Yep, you guys. I can see you looking. If you are down in the pit, please be behind the fence. We want to send you home with the same amount of limbs that you came here with. Same thing if you're on the crowd side. Please be behind the fence, not on the bank. Again, our insurance company will come here and yell at us otherwise. And it sounds like we have a four-wheeler breakdown on course. Forgive me, I am just giving my voice a rest. The ATVs are normally a good time to do that. It is eerily quiet though when they're out there and nothing's going on. How's the new speaker setup? We thumbs up better than normal or worse? Better? Yes. I'm looking to my right and left. Yeah, I think it's a little annoying because I have to listen to myself. Is this what you guys have to endure on race day? Because if that's the case, wow. Free Advil for everybody next time, or Tylenol. Hey. Oh, great heavens. I'm going to buy lunch with it. I have a wallet. It's a pink Michael Kors. I'm not opening it, but if no one comes and claims it in the next hour, I will open and look if there's an ID in here. A pink Michael Kors. If no one claims it today, you can find it on eBay tomorrow. Huh? Oh, it's Mark Morse. Okay, Mark. Exum. So it belongs to Booby. Okay. Not Booby. Brooke. I don't know. The people listening at home have to be wondering what's going on. Your final standing for the ATVs, Bryce Weymouth finishing first, Bella Brown in second, Addison Thompson in third, Maverick Brown finishes fourth, Carter Wilcox fifth, Parker Brooker sixth, Quinn Mayhew 7. On the line now, it's going to be our 250 Pro. There's only 5 entries. Logan Reichart, Wyatt Keegan, Colby Bonville, Joe Pelletier, and Forrest Wright. Again, this is our 250 Pro. This is going to be one to watch, folks. Sounds like timing's ready. Flagging's ready. And they're ready on the line. Alicia with the flag. The flag is up. The hand is out. And they're off. Unlucky start for Colby Bonville. He gets shut out there in the middle of the pack. This is going to be some fast racing. It's our 250 Pro. Going to be an 8-lap race, though. As they come across the timing line, we'll get you some stats. Leading the pack, Logan Reichert, followed by Wyatt Keegan and Forrest Wright. Logan still leading. Wyatt maintaining that second place position. It looks like Joe Pelletier duking it out with Forrest. Joe trying to take the outside line on Forrest. Wow, Logan making very quick work of the course. Putting some distance between him and the rest of the pack. And big air coming out of the wooded section. Wyatt Keegan maintaining second place. And then Forrest. Forrest taking the high line on Wyatt. Can't do it. This guy is ripping it. Wyatt protecting his spot in front of Forrest. Forrest trying to go outside. That does not pay off as they head into the backside section. This is going to be the race to keep it on two wheels, folks, because if you go down at that speed, it hurts. Forrest gets on the inside of Wyatt. Coming out of the woods. Oh, great heavens, he does it. Forrest moving ahead of Wyatt Keegan into second place. Wyatt, though, he's going to fight tooth and nail to get that place back. Wyatt going to take that risky inside line on the throw. Oh, Jesus. Sorry. Did anybody else see that? I mean, that was close, right? No? Wyatt backing off after almost colliding with Forrest in that final turn. Hammering the throttle as he's in the air. That track is just getting rougher and rougher out there. Colby Bonville holding his own in fifth place. Oh. And my phone's ringing. Tom Smith on the pro circuit over here has got his umbrella and everything. Bonville on the crowd side. Joe Pelletier scrubbing it. Thank you. Thank you. Well, folks, reminder as the day goes on, check out our food vendors. I've got my afternoon fuel me. Oh, Easy Up going for a ride over here. Yeah, secure your Easy Ups. I've got my Fuel Me Nutrition drink. This is a Captain America. I think the colors suit me well. I'm a little upset not a single person has complimented my shirt today. I got some new shirts. It's okay. Joe Pelletier giving a little toe kick here on the crowd side. Six laps complete. Logan's going to be getting the white flag as he comes around this next time. Logan in the red in the wooded section coming out now. Logan getting the white flag as he comes out of the woods, or not out of the woods, over the line. Joe Pelletier. Forrest Wright making his way on the crowd side berm after passing Wyatt Keegan, holding on to that lead this entire race. Wyatt Keegan here on the 102. That didn't sound good. Well, 8 laps later, here we are. Logan Reichert through the final turn. Hard on the throttle. Maybe not, but over the line with a toe kick. Forrest Wright through the final turn on the high line again. On the throttle and over the line. Rounding out the podium in 3rd place, North Star's very own Wyatt Keegan over the line. Toby Bonville and Joe Pelletier still on course. Toby Bonville through the final turn now. He's going to be finishing 4th place, and Joe Pelletier will take home 5th. Folks, as we get down to it, I want to remind you we are going to take a midday break. The midday break will happen after we complete all of our races in this first moto.
Which one are we at?
On the line, we have our 9 to 15-year-olds. Robbie Burby, Colton Smith, Max Overlock, Knox Johnson, Jackson Taggett, Bo Thompson, and Preston Malberg. Flag is up, and they're off. Max Overlock opting for the wide line. We're going to have to do a battery change here in a minute. We do have some very special guests. I want to welcome the Fuller family from Idle Wild Farm down past Holton. Chad and Madden Fuller also race with our snowmobile circuit, so welcome to them. And looking at the leaderboard, Max Overlock and Preston Malberg neck and neck, but it looks like Preston just ahead of Max. Preston still staying ahead of him. Max, though, squirreling by on the inside. Oh, great heavens. Oh, Preston landing hard on that last one. Kicks him outside. We'll see if he can hold it together here through the straightaway. Max gets ahead of him on the backside. That's going to be a good battle for first. After this, we have our 450 amateur. Alicia, watch out. That's going to land itself. That's going to land itself. Just watch out. No, definitely don't try to catch it. I've done that. Oh, no. We do a battery swap.
Okay.
On course, no major changes. Max and Preston still duking it out, though. Max now quite a bit ahead of Preston. Thank you. Max over the line, completing his 3rd lap. This is only a 5-lap race. Then we move on to the 450 amateur, then the trail bike. when they have 4 races to go before our midday break. 4 races to go. Again, no major changes to the leaderboard. Max Overlock going to be getting the white flag this time around as he completes his 4th lap. Looks like Jackson Taggett over the line now has moved into 2nd place, followed by Preston Malberg. Colton Smith is mixed in there. He is in 6th place and has been lapped. Knox Johnson. Knox coming crowd side is currently in 4th place, as all of our competitors are now on their last lap. Knox casing that jump a little bit, getting beat up out there. Max Overlock through the last turn. Another clean run by Max. Up over the finish berm, and another 1st place finish for Max. Oh. Finishing now, Jackson Taggett. In 2nd place, and 3rd place goes to Preston Malberg. Now on the line, it's going to be our 450 amateur, Daniel Hanks. Folks, your leaders, AJ Garapi, followed by KJ Bailey. And then it's Wesley Overlock.
What's happened there? Okay, came down here and fucking took off and stuff.
Ethan Lank and Daniel Hanks. Over the line now, it's your leader, AJ Garapi. AJ Bailey in second. Wes Overlock behind him. White flag is out. No changes. AJ still leading, followed by Wes and then KJ. Dylan Brooker on course.
So which one is this guy right here? The guy that's jumping? That's no.
Dylan Brooker entering the course illegally after the race had already started. I think this goes without saying, but if the race starts without you, you can't later join it. That's not only a safety issue, but a scoring issue. That's going to be a DNF from him. Finish flag is out for AJ finishing first, Wesley in second, KJ in third. Folks, I know we're getting down to the end of our first moto, but the wheels can't come off, okay? We got to make sure we have our chest protectors on, helmets buckled, and absolutely not, you're not going to start the race once the race has already started. That is grounds for disqualification.
Here, Mark.
I don't know.
On the line, it's our trail open. Jackson Rafford, Daniel Hanks, Owen Ratcliffe, Corbin Rafford, Cassidy Rafford, TJ Leach, Alexander Neto, Owen Cropley, Jake Hummel, Jerry Paul Damrose, Sawyer Martin, and Aaron Zetterman. Alexander Neto, you have a 30-second call. 30-second call to place. Buddy Collins on the very outside on the number 90, looking good in that tan suit. All right, flag is up. And they're off. See if we get a clean shakeout here. I got to go change out my headset. Well, now that it's quiet for a second, a reminder, you need to have all of your safety equipment when starting the race. And if you are spectating down in the pit area, please make sure you're far back or along the fence down there. We only have 3 more races to go before our midday break. I think that's everything. As they come over the finish line, I'll tell you your leaders. In first place, Owen Ratcliffe, followed by Jackson Rafford, and then Buddy Collins. That's all right. Next time, find one of us and we'll hold them. Jake Hummel in fourth. For your leaderboard, Owen Ratcliffe in first, followed by Jackson Rafford second, Buddy Collins third, Corbin Rafford fourth, Jake Hummel in fifth, Sawyer Martin in sixth. We have 2 more races to go before our midday break. This is probably a good time to get ahead of the line if you're planning on getting any food today. And if you're following along at home, we are going to be switching to our afternoon broadcast after our midday break. That should happen at about 2 o'clock. 3 laps down. This is going to be a 5-lap moto. Looks like the yellow flag had gone out. We're back. Your leaders once again coming around. Owen Ratcliffe heading up the pack on the number 10. Owen having a very clean run today. Owen's Jackson Rafford. And then it's Corbin and then Buddy and Cassidy all mixed in. Oh, look at the pile up in the corner. That's going to cost all of them a bit of time. Corbin Rafford on the number 13, though, gets around Buddy. Your leader, Owen Ratcliffe, going into the wooded section on the back right corner. Owen comes around the corner now through the final stretch, and he gets the finish flag. That's a first place finish for Owen Ratcliffe today. Jackson Rafford not far behind Owen. Jackson finishes second, and rounding out the podium, it's Corbin Rafford in third place. Sawyer Martin finishes fourth. Buddy Collins finishes fifth. Jake Hummel finishing sixth. 2 more races to go. Next up, it's our 12 to 17 schoolboy.
I did it. Found it yet.
On the line, it's going to be our 12 to 17-year-old schoolboy and schoolgirl. Owen Ratcliffe, Wes Overlock, Maxwell Overlock, Knox Johnson, Tristan Jandro, Preston Malberg, Hunter Amaro, Ben Amaro, Olivia Edgecombe, and Jerry Paul Damrose. We have a broken down bike. We're going to get a battery pack to boost it. Want to just throw it down the hill? Jumpstart it? No?
It doesn't have enough. Well, we'll have to send.
All right, I'm being told we're going to fire them up. Let's go. Twelve to 17 are off. Folks, your leaders, Owen Ratcliffe once again, followed by Knox Johnson, Wes Overlock, Max Overlock, and Ben Amaro. No major changes. Wes Overlock still leading. Followed by Owen Ratcliffe, then Max Overlock, and then Ben Amaro. Wesley coming across. Now it's Owen Ratcliffe crowd side, followed by Max Overlock, then Ben Amaro. Knox Johnson. Preston McCarthy in the blue coming crowd side, neck and neck with Hunter Amaro. Tristan Jondro mixed in the mix. Mixed in, yeah, okay. Got a booster pack laying on the ground here with the contacts very close to each other. On course, it's our 12 to 17-year-old schoolboy. After this, it's going to be our 450. Excuse me, our 450 Pro. 7-11. Oh, folks, the finish flag is out. Wes Overlock, no surprises, taking home first place, followed very closely by Owen Ratcliffe and Max Overlock. On that last one, Owen and Max actually having 55-second lap times. Wes having a full 1 minute lap time. Our last heat before our midday break is on the line. It's our 450 Pro. We should have Tom Smith, Blake McCarthy, Wyatt Keegan, Colby Bonville, Eric St. Peter, Randy Simpson, Joe Pelletier, and Forrest Wright. All right, there on the line, I have a track clear message. Timing is ready to go for our last heat of the day, or last moto of the morning session. We're going to take a 1 hour break till about 2:15, and we'll come back after that with the afternoon moto. The flag goes, oh no, Colby Bonville, performance issues. There we go. He's up and running. The flag is up. And they're off. Folks, Tom Smith showing these young bucks how to do it. Eric St. Peter behind him, and then Randy Simpson. Tom Smith still leading. Randy Simpson. Then Eric St. Peter, Wyatt Keegan, and Joe Pelletier. Tom coming out of the wooded section now. We are 2 laps complete. This is an 8-lap moto. Tom still in first. Randy Simpson behind Tom. Eric St. Peter behind Randy. And then Wyatt Keegan. Randy Crowdside. Eric St. Peter. Wyatt Keegan. Wyatt has Forrest Wright on his tail. Forrest, if you remember, in the last, I believe the 450 AM, got around Wyatt. Colby Bonville duking it out with Joe Pelletier. And Blake McCarthy hanging in the back. Tom going to be completing his fourth lap. We're halfway there. Oh. No major changes. Forrest Wright fighting to get around Wyatt. And sneaking a look. Forrest going outside. Whoa! Wyatt getting squarely on that inside line. And he does it. Forrest moves ahead of Wyatt. That's going to put him into third place. We're 6 laps down. Tom's going to be getting the white flag the next time we come around. Eric St. Peter in third place now. Forrest Wright in fourth. Wyatt Keegan in fifth. Oh! Colby Bonville lays it down in the back right corner. Tom Smith. Randy Simpson knocking on Tom Smith's heels. He just needs to hold on to that lead for one more lap. The white flag is out. Randy going on the inside of Tom. Tom stealing a look, but he is going to hold his own as they come in. Tom cuts him off on the inside. On that back stretch, you'll see Tom get on the throttle here. Tom is very aggressive in his jumping. That old boy can fly, I'll tell you that. Through the wooded section. Look now through that last straightaway. Randy Simpson knocking on Tom's back door. Through the last turn. He holds on to it. On the speed. That's a close one. And Tom Smith gets first. Randy Simpson finishing second. And rounding out the podium, Eric St. Peter in third. Oh, my heavens. That was exciting. Forrest Wright finishing fourth place behind Eric. Wyatt Keegan taking home a fifth place finish. And it looks like Joe Pelletier still on course. Thank you. Joe Pelletier through the final turn. Through the last straightaway. And over the line. Folks, that will conclude our morning session. If you're on the live stream, we'll catch you on the backside.